Right now at 5 a.m., a man's been arrested for a string of crimes in Lexington, including arson and burglary. We'll have the latest on the investigation. And an undercover investigation uncovered drugs in the Franklin County Jail. We'll tell you who they busted coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome into you. I hope you're having a great start to your Wednesday. I'm Rebecca Smith. Bill Bryant has the day off. And we're looking at some potentially really warm temperatures. And let's get a look at what the week has in store with Micah.
Yeah, you stress that really warm because as we get into the next several days, we're going to be seeing upper 80s, lower 90s each and every single day. Here's First Alert Defender Live Radar. When you get temperatures like those around here this time of year, typically that means this big heat ridge is built in. And once it's in, you don't really get a lot of rain out of that. It just kind of heats you up. So what we're going to be seeing, only very small chances of rain the next few days. And we'll be talking about the temperatures really. 60s outside, a couple of 50s sprinkled in here and there. Today's forecast, upper 80s to around 90 degrees. It's heating up quickly. That's not even the hottest temperature in our forecast. Focus of it is that heat ridge. It's building over us, and the storm's kind of right along it. And I'll explain what I mean by that, and I'll show you that in graphic detail coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, new this morning, police arrested a man they say was involved in a string of crimes in Lexington. 24-year-old William Ball Jr. charged with arson, burglary, and drug trafficking. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from police headquarters with the latest details on the case. Mark, what was his latest crime?
Good morning, Rebecca. Police said the latest crime happened as he was walking into police headquarters here on Main Street. Officers say that as he was walking into the building here, he had 33 grams of heroin on him, and those dropped onto the ground as he was walking into this building. Now, in addition to drug trafficking charges, the 24-year-old is also facing charges now related to several other cases. According to an arrest citation, William Ball Jr. burned a home down on May 20th. Police say that night, Ball called someone and told them that he was going to set their house on fire. Court documents say that Ball went ahead and burned it down after midnight, but the documents do not say where it happened. Now, we do know that we were called out for a house fire on Ashton Drive that same night, but again, police are not saying if that fire is connected to Ball. Now, the 24-year-old was arrested yesterday after he was accused of stealing from a purse at a wing zone. Now, the man is now facing a total of 4 charges in the string of crimes. He will answer to those charges in court for the first time later today. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Thanks so much, Mark. An undercover operation at the Franklin County Jail found an inmate who was getting illegal drugs in. It's another reason the sheriff says drugs are everywhere. A grand jury indicted 28-year-old Eric Collings yesterday on charges of drug trafficking. Officers say Collings is accused of selling heroin and Suboxone in exchange for commissary items. The sheriff says he's proud of the investigation.
The jailer is very progressive and very aggressive, and he's not going to tolerate any of this inside the facility. And it's going to be a safe place for inmates to be, and it's going to be a drug-free place, period.
Investigators tell us they are not sure how the inmates got drugs inside the jail in the first place. Collings has been transferred to the Woodford County Detention Center. Well, we now know the name of a man who died in a fiery crash on Interstate 75. The Madison County coroner identified him as 52-year-old Jose Alberto Vizquera of Miami, Florida. The coroner says he died of blunt force trauma. Investigators say Vizquera was found dead underneath the Clays Ferry Bridge after his semi crashed and burst into flames on Monday. New this morning, a Texas federal court has ordered a guardrail maker to pay more than $650 million. A jury found Trinity Industries guilty of committing fraud against the U.S. government. Trinity Industries has been accused of making potentially dangerous guardrail heads in several states, including in Kentucky. The man who sued the company says he'll keep fighting to get the guardrails recalled, which would force states to destroy any of the guardrails in existence. Well, caught on camera, police say 2 men stole a coin-operated machine from a Laurel County business. We're told it happened last week at Spur Oil on US 25 East. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says the video shows one man pretending to work on a car, while the other unbolted the air machine used to inflate tires. Police say the men later loaded up the machine and drove away.
That's pretty elaborate for them to go to all that trouble. You know, if a thief would put all that energy into positive things, just think of what they could do. But that's pretty elaborate for them to, they've had to think about what they were going to do before they got there.
Police have not caught the thieves yet. They say the machine worth more than $1,500. It is day 5 of the manhunt for 2 convicted killers who escaped from a New York prison over the weekend. Authorities turned their efforts now to the tiny town of Willsboro, but it turned up empty their search on Tuesday. Don Champion has the latest on the manhunt.
Jessica Souza kept the doors to her home in Willsboro locked overnight as the manhunt for David Sweat and Richard Matt continues.
If they are cornered and they're desperate, they're going to go into someone's house and someone's going to get hurt, and that's my only fear.
Hundreds of law enforcement officers descended on the small community by the busload Tuesday. Authorities searched wooded areas and railroad tracks on a tip that 2 men were spotted walking in the area Monday night in heavy rain. This town is about 40 miles away from the Clinton Correctional Facility, where officials say the 2 convicted killers used power tools to break free. Investigators remain focused on how the men were able to obtain those tools. Don Champion, CBS News, Willsboro, New York.
Well, authorities admit the men could have fled to nearby Canada or even Mexico. The female prison employee questioned by police in connection with the prison break, Joyce Mitchell, has not been named a suspect. Could the mysterious creature Bigfoot be hiding out in the mountains of Kentucky? Some so-called Bigfoot hunters think it is possible. The Searching for Bigfoot team recently followed clues that led them to Arkansas. When that trail went cold, they decided to come here to Bell and Harlan counties. They say there's a history of Bigfoot sightings in that area.
Anywhere from 2,500 to 5,000 in North America alone. They're nocturnal creatures traveling and feeding at night. And the only time you're going to see them during the daytime is if you stumble into a sentinel that's guarding the pod, or there's a young male out looking for his own family, I guess.
The Tri-State Paranormal investigators from Middlesboro also helping with the hunt. Members of the team say they don't want to capture Bigfoot. They just want to prove that Bigfoot is real. So we will see what their search ends up netting, if anything. WKYT This Morning, just getting started. Thanks for starting your day with us. A tiny dancer from North Carolina getting some major attention. We'll show you her sassy moves coming up in about 5 minutes.
It's getting down this morning. Current temperatures, we're looking outside, looks pretty good, but by the afternoon and off into the next few days, it's mainly dry, which means one thing, boy, we're really going to be heating up. I'll show you how high we go with these hot temperatures coming up.